Hey loves, this is Bobby and I am here with a quick update before you watch this video. This was originally going to be my Reading Rush vlog. You will notice in the video that I am constantly talking about Reading Rush because this was supposed to be my Reading Rush weekly, week vlog. This was the first time I had ever taken part in Reading Rush, the first time I had ever heard of it. It just seemed like something that would be a really fun, quick readathon where you just kind of read a bunch of books. I don't know how, you ruin something like that, but the two hosts somehow managed to find a way. I had this video already uploaded into YouTube. I had just hadn't made it public, so I'm pulling it off, changing the name, and adding this in here. So this is a different intro than my original one. Today is Sunday, and the two hosts of Reading Rush, apparently there was supposed to be a group book. Like, I joined right before it started, but I looked into everything. I do try and look up everything that's going on with readathons before I actually commit to doing them. And through the website, through all the posts and the videos, not once did I see anything mentioned about a group read. I would have read it if, I knew there was a group book, but I hadn't even heard about it. Apparently they had a poll, and the book is Such a Fun Age by Kiley Reid. Is the book that won, and after it won, they never decided to mention it again, and they were supposed to have a live show today that talked about the book. This book is also written by a Black woman, and one of the main characters is a Black woman. So this whole thing just feels like, hey, let's get some, diversity points, but we're not going to actually put any fucking effort in, because during the live show where they were supposed to be talking about this book, since it was the group book, neither one of the hosts could be bothered to read it. They talked, and then all they did was laugh about the fact that they didn't read it. Like, the whole thing is so fucking disrespectful to not only the author of this book, but to the community and all of the people that went out and bought this book because they thought they were going to be talking about it and read it because, it was supposed to be like a group discussion and everything. And then they couldn't be bothered to actually talk about the book or even read it. I think one of them got 50 pages in, the other one only got like 10 or 20. Like, I don't know. This whole thing has left such a bad taste in my mouth because it's so fucking disrespectful. It's just, like I said, it's disrespectful to the author. It's disrespectful to the community that has gone out and bought this book and was expecting to be able to talk about it. I don't know. I'm so fucking irritated right now. So I will just be changing the title of this vlog to weekly vlog. I think this is going to be number 7. It was originally going to say Reading Rush vlog, but I am not comfortable promoting them anymore. I don't care that I only have, I'm a tiny little booktube channel, but I can't in good conscience put that title on there. So in this video you will hear me saying Reading Rush constantly. I really debated just pulling this video altogether, but you know what? I'm really proud with how many books and how much reading I got done this week. I managed to do 8 books. I filled all their prompts and everything. Like, the way I see it, they could have made reading the group book a prompt or a challenge or something, like put it somewhere, but like I said, they didn't bother mentioning it once. But yeah, I did everything. I'm really proud of myself. So like I said, I'm having a really hard time deciding to put this video up, but you know what? I worked my fucking ass off, and I will not be tagging this or anything. I'm just gonna upload it as a vlog, and yeah, so and then I think the thing that's really just getting to me though is the fact that their apologies have been more of those just generic, oh, we fucked up, we're sorry type of thing. Like, there's no actual apology to it, and I'm just, I will not be taking part in this challenge again. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. I had fun this week. I read some great books. I read 2 not so great books, but here we go. So enjoy, and I hope today finds you better. So bye. Hey loves, this is Bobby, and I am here with the first update for the Reading Rush 2020. This is going towards the video prompt do a vlog. I was supposed to start at exactly midnight, but I had some stuff to do and I wasn't able to start at exactly midnight, but I'm here now. I'm very excited to start my first book. This is for the prompt, a book from a genre you want to read more from, and I had went with middle grade books because I love magic systems and anything kinds of fantasy or whimsical in middle grade books. I always find them just so wonderful. So I'm going to be reading Matilda. Not sure how long I'm going to stay awake, but I'm going to try and at least get halfway through this. It should be pretty easy. This is like one of my most anticipated books. I still can't believe I've never read it, so I'm very, very, very excited for this one. Also, I might be changing one of my books around on my TBR. I'm not sure if I'm going to switch out the prompt, a book that starts with the. I just got my library hold in for The Starless Sea, and I have been dying to read that. So I might switch out the Extinction Trial, and I might just axe the Extinction Trial completely from this readathon and on my Popsy Culture readathon, and switch out for the Starless Sea if I can. I am also going to be switching out another book on that on the Popsy Culture readathon. So yeah, I'm all over the place right now, but I'm very excited to get started, and this is for the first prompt, do your vlog. So there we go. Very excited. I'll update on how I am enjoying Matilda in a bit. Okay, bye. Hey loves, here with a quick update for the Reading Rush vlog. I've already finished Matilda, which was my first prompt. Really, really loved it. I'm so glad I finally got around to reading it. I will say I am still a little bit of a bigger fan of the movie, and it was just the ending. The ending for the book felt really abrupt, and I loved the ending for the movie so much more. I'm also going to be starting and hopefully finishing the prompt read an entire book outside of your house. I'm going to be reading Ice Cream Man, which is a graphic novel, so this will be no problem at all. I do also plan on hopefully not only starting but finishing another prompt, which is read a book that a movie you've seen already is based off of. I had two choices for this. It was either going to be Matilda or it was going to be this one, and that is The Old Guard. I hadn't seen the movie yet when I made my TBR. I did get a chance to watch it. I really loved it, and I cannot wait to get into this. It's super action-packed. This is also for my Popsy Culture readathon, read an action-packed book, and this will no doubt be action-packed because that movie was freaking awesome. I have also started another book. This one is not for Reading Rush. It is for the Popsy Culture. I was originally going to be reading Nevernight, but yeah, that's not happening. I think I'm stressing myself too much trying to read that book. So I'm going to put Nevernight back on the back burner and wait until I feel like I can just read it without being stressed out. I switched over to If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. The prompt is a book featuring dark academia. This is the only other dark academia book I owned. I had never heard of the genre before this readathon. So yeah, I can't tell you how I feel about it. I am about almost halfway. I don't know how I'm feeling. It's keeping me interested. Like, I want to know where this is going, but at the same time, I can't tell you if I'm liking it or not. It's very weird. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. That's my quick little update. I will update in a bit when I hopefully finish these. So take care and see you in a bit. Bye. Hey loves, so here with another update. Today is still Monday. I have done really well. So far I have finished Matilda. I did end up reading all of Ice Cream Man outside. I'm really glad I have the next volume for this. I liked where it was going. So excited to read that second one. Hopefully I can get to it soon. I did not start The Old Guard because hey, you only have a week to read these 7 books, but what does my dumbass do? Really getting into If We Were Villains. I want to know what the hell is going to happen in this, because, like I said, I still don't know if I like it. I want to know what's going to happen. Like, I need to know what's going to happen. Like, what's going on? So, yeah, this damn book has got me hooked. I've made a little more progress. I'm now just over halfway. So, yes, I want to know what's going on. But I still don't know how I feel about it. I just want to know so bad. I also got some book mail today because, I keep buying books. I'm going to have to do another book haul video. I should name it the Book Buying Ban book haul video, because that's honestly what all these books have been. So I got 3 books. I got The Shadow Glass by Rin Chupeco. This is the 3rd book in the Bone Witch trilogy. I have the other 2. I haven't started them. I just wanted to have the whole set to have them when I do decide to read it, because I like to buy entire series even though I haven't read the first book and I don't know if I'm actually going to like them or not. Yeah. I also bought, had it upside down, The Vicious Deep by Zoraida Cordova. I really liked Labyrinth Lost, and I want to get into more of her books. I did not know I had this book on my thriftbooks.com wish list for quite a long time, and I never had gotten it. Like, I think I've had it on there for like a couple years now, and it popped up that there was a copy for pretty cheap. And since now I know I do like Zoraida's writing style, I definitely picked it up. And the 3rd one that I got is because literally everybody cannot stop talking about it, and it's queer, and I've just heard literally nothing but good things about it, so I needed it, and I found it really cheap as well. And that is Heartstopper by Alice Oseman, or Oseman. Yeah, me with names. But yes, I've heard so many good things about this. I am so excited to finally have it so I can read it. This is a graphic novel. I am so excited for this one. Hopefully I can pick it up soon. I'm really trying to push through everything because I want to hopefully have at least a day or 2 extra by the end of the month for the Popsy Culture readathon. I want to have at least 2 days where I've already finished the Popsy Culture readathon. There's a couple books I do want to get to before August, because I finally picked an August readathon, and it is massive. Like, I think my TBR is 15 or 16 books. Usually my TBR is 8 books or so, and then I end up kind of going overboard and getting up to about 15, but actually starting off with 15 is kind of intimidating to me. So I am excited though to get to those, and I am going to finish The Old Guard today though, so that I will be 3 books already into Reading Rush in the first week. The first day. So I am hoping to keep on with that, because all of the other books on this TBR are pretty big. I think all of them are over 400 pages. So yeah, I need to get on those. So that's where I'm at right now. Thank you for watching again, and till the next update. Bye. Hey loves, this is Bobby, and I'm here with the first Reading Rush vlog challenge. It is to make yourself a cup of coffee or tea while vlogging. Well, I don't drink coffee or tea, so as you saw in the beginning there, I literally just poured a thing of water into my grandma's cup because, yeah, I don't know how to work a coffee maker, and I wasn't gonna waste a tea bag just to do this, so yeah, I'm going to stand here real quick holding my grandma's very awesome coffee cup. Yes, that is Chuck Norris all over. I bought this for my grandma a couple years ago for Christmas, and when I tell you she uses this every single day, I mean she uses this every single day. Chuck Norris is the love of her life. She has been obsessed with him since I was little. I grew up watching Walker, Texas Ranger, so like when I was in high school and all of the Chuck Norris jokes went around, I found it so weird because I actually knew who Chuck Norris was. I had seen most of his movies. I've seen every episode of Walker, Texas Ranger multiple times. So yeah. So I'm just gonna stand here with this real quick and pretend to drink coffee or tea. I don't know. It's empty. I poured the water out because that water's been in that kettle for I don't know how long. I've done really well so far for the first day of Reading Rush. I have read 3 books for Reading Rush, and I've finished one more almost that is towards the Popsy Culture. I'm probably going to throw it in with Reading Rush. It'll be my 8th finished book, or I'll use it as backup if I don't finish one of the other ones. So yeah, and yeah, I've already changed my TBR around, and I'm a mess, but I'm doing really well reading wise. So to finish off, I have finished Matilda, Ice Cream Man, and the Old Guard, and I am almost done with If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. This is a dark academia book. This is very weird. I mentioned it earlier that I don't know how I felt about it when I was in the middle of it. I'm almost done, like literally that's all I have left, and I still can't tell you how I feel about it. Like, it's so weird but cool, but I don't know if I like it or not. So I'm gonna wait till the ending to give my final judgment. Have no idea how the hell I'm gonna rate it because I don't know. I'm having like a crisis because of this book. It's very weird. So yeah, there was my first kind of cop out for this, but I'm counting it because yeah, they really didn't take into consideration that there are a few of us, not a lot, but there are a few of us that don't drink coffee or tea. So yeah, there we go. So until tomorrow, which will be day 2, and we'll see if I can keep this going at the rate I'm doing. So all right guys, take care. Bye. Hey guys, really quick update. I just finished If We Were Villains, and I'm not okay. Like, I'm not okay. I've spent this entire book not knowing how I feel about it. It's probably going to get a 5-star rating for me. I still don't know how I feel about it. I'm lost and confused, and I loved every minute of it. I don't know. It's like 1:30 in the morning. I couldn't put it down. I finished this stupid book in a day. I've had it on my shelf since it came out. It came out in 2017. This fucker I have owned for years, and it's been sitting there, and it's been judging me for not reading it, and I don't blame it because I feel like a dumbass now because it was so fucking good. I think I might need more dark academia books. Do I like the genre? I don't know, because I don't know if I like this book, but it's getting 5 stars. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I'm a mess right now. Bye. Hey loves, this is Bobby, and I am here with my Tuesday update for the Reading Rush vlog. I am also doing the second prompt for the vlog challenges, which is to dress up and match one of your books. I am also doing the Tuesday challenge for the Instagram challenges, which is to cosplay a character from one of the books. I totally piggybacked off of them, and these went perfect together. So they're from the same book, so I don't care. I'm just doing the Instagram challenges for fun because I don't actually have an Instagram. So I'm just posting the pictures over on Twitter. I'll link them below and you can check them out if you like. So the book I went with is a favorite of mine, and that is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I saw this on my shelf because I really wasn't sure what I was going to do, and when I spotted it, I was like, I'm pretty sure I can come up with something. Completely forgot I had this skirt in my closet. This was everything I just had laying around. As you can tell from my other videos, I have a very very odd sense of style. It's all over the place. So to match this, I have these stripes. I've got the kind of ruching that go with the opening for the tents. I've got some ruffles that go with the kind of ruffle trim. I have the red lipstick to go with the detailing on the book. I'm really happy with this look. I am also dressed up as one of the characters from the book, Celia, who is one of the main characters. I'm pretty sure you know what the Night Circus is about, so I'm not going to go into that. I did like this book a lot. I break it down into two parts. When it comes to the part with Celia and the kind of magical duels that happen, I didn't care for that much of the book. You know, it was kind of a little underwhelming for me. I wanted a lot more from the magic, but when it comes to the actual Night Circus, I loved that part of the story so much. I felt like I could smell the popcorn, hear the people laughing and everything. Like, it is just such a magical book for me. So I'm very happy with this book. So there is my second vlog challenge. Next, I'm just going to kind of update what I'm reading currently. As you've seen already, I have finished 4 books yesterday, so I'm doing really well, but 3 out of those 4 were super short, so that kind of gave me the push I needed to get really started into this reading rush, because it is the first time I'm taking part in it. And the next books, though, for the rest of this readathon are all 400 plus pages, so this is where if I'm actually going to be able to finish part of this is going to come in, because I don't know. I am currently reading for the prompt The First Book You Touch, which I ended up going with Finale. This is the 3rd book in the Carnival trilogy. I hated Carnival. I was very just when it came to Legendary. I liked the first half, didn't care too much for the second half. I really hate one of the main characters, Scarlet, though. Like, she just irritates me so bad. When it comes to this one, though, I'm just about over halfway through. I got up this morning and I started reading it first thing, and when I decided to actually kind of take part in the Instagram challenge is when I started getting ready. I took a gamble, went on to Libby and checked to see if maybe they had the audiobook available. Somehow the fates looked down upon me and they did have an audiobook available, so I am now listening to the audiobook. Like I said, I'm just about over halfway. I'm liking this. Out of the trilogy, this is probably the one I like the most. I still don't love it, but I am liking it a lot more. I still really don't like Scarlet, but my main issue with this is I don't care for any of the romances. They are all very toxic and unhealthy relationships, and they are glorified so much for me in this, and I just don't get it. I don't like it, especially since the characters are teenagers. And I am just like, I'm very happy to unhaul this series once I'm done, but I do want to know what happens, so that's why I'm reading it, and it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, so that's a plus. So that is where I am at currently. I will probably update a little later when I do finish it, because I'm hoping to finish this today or early tomorrow, so you'll totally see the no makeup all of a sudden. So there we go. Time to get out of all of this, because where I am at currently, it is like almost 90 degrees outside. I have to close my bedroom window because there's too much noise outside, and I am currently dying right now because it is so hot and I don't have air conditioning. I just got a ceiling fan. So time to get out of all this, but I had fun dressing up. So I'm really excited to see how you guys are doing on your reading rush so far. Like I said, I'm very proud of how I'm going, but the first few books were so short that now the actual challenge of this is starting to kick in. So I'm hoping to still be able to finish all the books. So thanks for tuning in again, and until the next update, bye. Hey loves, this is Bobby, and I'm just here with a quick update. I've started my next book and I have run into a bit of an issue with it. I am reading The 10th Girl by Sarah Faring. This is a gothic style horror story. It's very confusing. Like, I'm really confused. I originally had the dust jacket on, but it kept slipping in my hand and I took it off. And when I took it off, there is a design imprinted onto the hardcover edition, and this book keeps saying that it has a huge plot twist to it. And I'm pretty sure the hardcover just gave the plot twist away. So I'm very confused right now. There's really only one way I can take the design. I'm not going to show it just in case you are interested in this book. I don't know how I feel about this plot twist, and I don't know. This book is really odd so far. I'm only about 3 chapters in right now, and I'm not liking it already, but I was going to give it a chance, but I don't know now. I'm very, very confused and looking like I'm going to be pretty fucking disappointed, because if this turns out the way I think it's going to turn out, I'm going to be pissed. I will be pissed. So we'll see how this goes. I do not want a DNF, but I don't know. I'm just not caring for this book. It's just really weird. So there we go. There's a quick update. I'm about to head to bed, so I will be hopefully finishing this book tomorrow. I don't know. But there we go. Good night. Bye. Okay, this is my 6th book for Reading Rush. Today is Wednesday. I am reading The 10th Girl by Sarah Faring. I am about 100 pages or so in, and if I'm being honest, this book is kind of terrible. It's very weird. I have no idea what the hell is happening, like, at all. I've been listening to the audiobook, and I did follow along with the actual book, so, like, there's no reason I should be this confused, because I literally have no fucking clue what's happening, like, at all. It's very weird, and not in a good way, but I'm already kind of committed to this, so we'll keep going and see if I can finish this. I really don't want to DNF a book, but my next 2 books are the ones I'm looking forward to the most, so at least I have that. So now I'm going to go outside and do some crafting. Okay, I am outside and I am going to be doing some crafting. I will be listening to the 10th Girl audiobook, which, like I've said, I'm not a fan of already, but I'm already committed, so I'm just going to stick with it. These are a set of antlers. Yes, these are real. I bought them. I love doing things with animal bones and stuff. I just think it's beautiful, and being able to repurpose something so organic and amazing is amazing to me. So here's some of the little things I'm going to be adding. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this. This is going to go right underneath my moon reef, which I talked about before. I'll throw in a little picture of it here. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure out placement, because I have to take into account how this thing is going to sit on my wall. So yeah, I'm thinking that, but I don't know. I got all kinds of little cool things. I've got some crystals and some flowers. These are all fake flowers. I really want to try doing dried flowers soon. And some feathers, just a lot of just random kind of odds and ends of stuff. I have moss on my moon reef, so I might add that, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm also going to be planting some sunflowers. I've taken up gardening recently, and I'm really liking that. So yeah, some plans for today to spend my time outside. Okay, here's a little update on what I have done so far. Really liking how it's going. I'm kind of just building it up. And yep, I'm still working on the 10th Girl, and it's just really weird. Like, I don't know what the hell is actually going on in this book. Hopefully it comes together during the ending, but yeah, I don't really have any faith in it at this point. So, another quick update. Okay, there is the finished antlers. I really like how it came out. I like the way the flowers and then the crystals look. There's my crescent moon reef. I commissioned some pictures that I'm going to be putting on this side, and then I want to get something for right here. So there we go. I am also almost finished with the 10th Girl. I really am unimpressed with this book, but I'm almost done. So that'll be that for the book featuring your birthstone color. So yeah. All right, there's that update. I think this might be the last update for today. I'm not sure which book I'm going to start next. So, bye. I want to do a better job at that. I want to get it down. So. Hey guys, this is Bobby, and I'm here with my Thursday update for the reading rush. I can't get over how well I've done. I seriously didn't know if I was going to be able to do this, but I have pumped out all these books so fast, and I'm just enjoying myself so much. I keep seeing people getting stressed about it, but I've honestly, I guess I've always done well under stress, so I think that's why I might be liking it so much. So yesterday I talked about the book that I was reading, and that was The 10th Girl by Sarah Faring, and I was hating it. I continued to hate it. I still hate it. I did finish it. At least I have that, but I did not enjoy this book at all. I liked the setting. This is a gothic style horror story. I did like the setting a lot. This takes place in a boarding school in the middle of literally fucking nowhere mountains in Argentina, and it was really creepy for that, but that was literally about the only thing I did like about it. The plot started off pretty good, but then it just kind of got really weird, and then you get to the huge plot twist, which was stupid as fuck. Yeah. All I kept seeing for reviews was how you'll never see the plot twist coming. Oh, that you wouldn't be able to ever guess this plot twist. You don't have to guess the plot twist if you have the hardcover version of this book, because as soon as you take the dust jacket off, it ruins it for you. I am not messing with you. I am being honest. I am being 100% honest right now. If you take the dust jacket off, they imprinted a special design onto the actual hardcover, and it gives it away. I don't know whose idea that was, but it was fucking stupid. It's a really cool design. Like, I really like the design, but you can really only take it one way. This takes place in the late 70s. I can't talk about it too much because you might give it away, and I don't know if you might be interested in reading this, but I'm totally just going to do a rant on this entire fucking book in another video. But yeah, it takes place in the late 70s, so when you see the design that's on the cover, there's really only so many ways you can take it, and the way I took it, it gave it away so fast, and if you're a fan of a certain TV show, you will also guess it. Yeah, it was a stupid plot twist. Like, if I wouldn't have saw it coming, I still would have thought it was a stupid ass plot twist, because it's a kind of thing I don't like in books, and there's no character development at all during this book. It's just crap. Like, I really didn't like it. I will be unhauling this book, but I will probably do a rant about it because I want to, because of how much I did not like this damn book. So that's it for that book for now. I am currently reading A Darker Shade of Magic, for the book that takes place on a different continent. I don't know if this book is supposed to count because it takes place in a fantasy London, but it's still taking place in a London, so I'm counting it. I was originally going to read a Great and Terrible Beauty. Yes, A Great and Terrible Beauty. But when I saw this one on my shelf, because I forgot, I had started it when it first came out, and I just never finished it because I had hit a really bad reading slump, and I just never got around to picking it back up. And honestly, I kind of forgot. And I always see it mentioned, and I always tell myself I'm going to come back to it, and I never do. Well, I am, and I am almost done with it. I started the audiobook this morning when I got up, but I did not care for the narrator's voice when he did the character Lila. I didn't mind any of the other character voices that he did. It's just when he does Lila, I find it so irritating. It is like nails on a chalkboard for me. So I have switched over to reading it physically, and I really love where this is going. I'm really interested. It's kept me engaged the entire time, and I find that really exciting because I love V.E. Schwab. I have the rest of the series, so I'm hoping I can get to that soon because, like I said, I can't get over how fast I'm getting through this one. especially since it was a DNF originally, but a DNF because of a reading slump. I don't know if that counts as a DNF truly, but yes. So that's where I'm at with those. I will hopefully be starting my last book either tonight or tomorrow, and yes, that'll be the last book. It'll be my 8th book for the Reading Rush challenge, as well as the last book I need for the Popsy Culture. I switched the books. Originally, I was going to be reading The Extinction Trials, and I ended up changing to The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I got the audiobook for this from my library. I was on like a 6-week wait, and all of a sudden yesterday it came in. I got an email notification saying that I had it available. I don't know how the hell I jumped the line that fast, but I did, and I cannot wait to get into this. I've said it before, I do not know anything about this one. I really, really liked the Night Circus, as you saw. That's, you know, who I dressed up for, and during the week for one of the other challenges. And I am so excited to get to this. I'm really hoping I can start it tonight, but I doubt it. I will probably start it tomorrow though, and that'll be it for both of these readathons. I'm so excited. I will have a few extra days to kind of just read whatever I want, and it's been a while since I've done that, since I've been doing so many readathons, and I don't know what I'm gonna read, but I want to read a few more books because I'm really, really set on a TBR for August that I will be doing a video for, because I'm going to be doing another readathon, of course. So, yep, there we go. There's an update. I hope you're liking what I'm reading so far. I can't wait to see what you guys are all reading. Okay, bye. Okay, so I am here with the final YouTube vlog prompt is what it is, and it is to tell a story about a book. I didn't know what book I was originally going to pick. I could not make up my mind, and I finally just decided to go to my favorite shelf and pick one. And when I saw this one, it definitely felt right. And I'm excited to talk about it. I don't really know if I'm going to do a story, but I'm going to talk a little about why I love this book so much. I originally read this book for the first time when I was going through a really bad depression, and it was the first time I had laughed, I am not joking, in months. I was suffering really bad from depression, and I hadn't laughed. I was literally just laying around, just terrible. And I had started reading again. I don't know what made me think about reading again when I was going through the depression, and I was kind of all over the place with the books, and I had always wanted to read this one. And when I picked it up and I started reading it, I instantly started laughing, and it lifted me so much. Like, and to this day, no matter what my mood is, I can pick this book up and it will make me laugh. I laugh just thinking about this book, and that is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. I have read this book all the way through probably about 8 times or so, but I have started it or read parts of it probably about 50 or more times. I actually have a little bookmark in there already because I had started reading it again a few months ago. It was back in, I want to say, February or so. I was having a lot of problems at work, and my anxiety was just at an all-time high because I was dealing with harassment and stuff at work, and I was having some really bad nights, and anxiety attacks were coming on, and I picked it up again, and you know what? It made me laugh. It still does. Anytime I feel super sad or stressed out, I know I can pick up this book and it will make me happy. I get happy just thinking about this damn book. I do want to, hopefully soon, once everything kind of clears up again, I do want to get a tattoo for this book. I haven't decided on a design yet, but that is one of my goals, is to get a tattoo for this, because just thinking about this book makes me smile. Seeing it makes me smile. So having like a tattoo of it will definitely make me smile. And I know I can just look down at it and see it and laugh to myself for it. But yeah, this has gotten me through some really hard times, and
I had a different copy of it that I had written in, and I had tabbed it, and against my better judgment, I let someone borrow it, and I never got it back, or I think they lost it or something, and it crushed me. I still haven't gotten myself to re-tab it. I really want to, though. I think that's going to be probably one of my goals this year, is to reread this again, but to tab and anecdote it, and I can never say that damn word right, but you know what I mean. So I guess that counts as a story. Does it count as a story? But yeah, it's my happy book. I know a lot of people have happy books. This is my happy book. So I would love to know what yours are. If you have a happy book, I would love to read them. Um, but yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. It'll get me emotional talking about this book because I just love it so much. So there we go. There is my book story. If it counts as a book story, I don't know, but that's mine. So that's it for the challenges. I'm happy I got those out of the way. Now I just have to do the YouTube tag, which I'm hoping to do that next, or probably tomorrow if I have some time. I'm not sure, but I do want to do the tag because I'm trying to finish Reading Rush all the way through, and I'm having a blast doing it. So thanks for watching again. Bye.
Hey guys, I am here with my quick little update for Friday. I am on my last book for Reading Rush, and that is The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I have the dust jacket off of this and I'm not going to pick it up, but I just started it. I'm only about 50 or so pages in and I already like it so much. I am listening to the audiobook, but I'm following along while reading it and I am loving it. I just kind of want to sit back and close my eyes and just listen to it. I really like the narrator's voice, but so far, like, I'm not very far. I can't make too much of a judgment of it, but I'm really, really enjoying it so far. So I'm excited to see where it's going. Like I said, this is the last book I have for both the Reading Rush as well as the Popsy Culture Readathon. So I'm excited to finish early. I think this might be the first time I've ever finished something early. So hey, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. So, all right, I will update in a bit when I get a little farther in. So, bye. Hey loves, I'm here with my very last vlog for Reading Rush. I had such a blast doing this readathon. I am so glad I decided to take part in it. Like I said in the beginning, this is the very first time I had ever done it. I had barely heard about it or anything since I'm still so new to the book community. I was a little nervous about it because I kept seeing how stressed out people were about Reading Rush. And I don't know, I just enjoy reading, and then right now I'm in such a huge just let me read everything type of mood. So I finished it. I ended up reading 8 books instead of 7. I finished all the prompts. I just finished filming the tag challenge as well. I did some of the Instagram challenges. I didn't do all of them. I don't have an Instagram. I just did the ones that I thought were really fun. I did as you saw earlier, I finished all of the vlog questions and everything. So I finished my very first Reading Rush with like 100%, so I'm very proud of myself. I am on my last book, which you saw me talking about, which was The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I loved this book so much. It was exactly what I was hoping for. Like I said, I didn't know anything about this going in. I had seen a few videos of people talking about it, but I kind of tend to skip over it because I didn't want to be spoiled at all for this. And like I said, I didn't know anything. I knew it had something to do with bees and keys because I kept seeing the different editions, and then as you can see on the hardcover it has a bee, a key, and a sword, but I didn't know what it was about. And I liked it more than I liked The Night Circus. It is just so whimsical and beautiful. Like Erin Morgenstern's writing is just so beautiful and it sweeps me away, and I was swept away in this. And this is just a book for people who love books and stories, and that's one of my favorite things about books are the stories in them. That's why I've always loved fairy tales so much. Those were like the first things I always remember reading were fairy tales, and that's what this book felt like, and I loved it. And it is definitely a favorite of mine now. So yes, this was the last one I needed, and this is also the last one I needed for my Popsy Culture readathon. So I am done with all my readathons and everything, and I'm so happy, and I still have time left in this month, and I don't know what I'm gonna read. I can read whatever I want because my next month challenge, my readathon that I'm doing is a massive TBR. Like, oh, these other TBRs that I keep doing are usually about 8 books. I end up reading probably about double that, but going in is just 8, so I don't feel too overwhelmed by it. But this next one is, let's see here, there's 13, I think 16 books I have to read, and actually having a 16 book TBR from the beginning is like freaking me out, but I'm excited about it. I'm gonna get that readathon TBR video up soon. I just finished filming it, so I just have to do some editing on it. So there we go. There is the last of my, my Reading Rush vlog. How did you guys do? Did you finish? Did you not finish? Did you cry? Because I've heard people that kind of break down because of how stressed they get about it, but I don't read to be stressed, so if I felt like I was getting stressed, I would have just stopped. But I did finish, like I said, 8 books. I am accomplished. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So, alright, thanks for watching, guys, and happy reading, and until next time.